Let's go. Come on, here you go. There you go. Relax. See everything come.
He was fighting his big boy, a heavyweight boy, and Tank hit that nigga. He hit him so hard that he was on the top of the rope just like this.
It allowed Jake Paul's brother to be in there and be able to last with a smaller man, a smaller, older, greater fighter who's mostly was concentrating on defense more than just offense.
Gervonta Tank Davis is taking his training to a whole new level as he prepares for his highly anticipated showdown with Jake Paul. Determined to prove a point, Davis has been sparring with heavyweights, fighters much bigger and stronger than himself, to sharpen his power and endurance. Sources inside his camp say he's not holding anything back, pushing through grueling sessions that test his strength, speed, and precision. In one intense sparring session, Davis reportedly unleashed a thunderous punch that left his heavyweight partner visibly shaken. It's clear that Tank is leaving nothing to chance. His focus, discipline, and explosive power suggest he's preparing for far more than just an exhibition. Every punch, every round, and every sweat-soaked session is a statement. Davis is ready to remind the world why he's one of boxing's most dangerous fighters.
Oh, no, you're right.
But tell people what happened.
Man, I was about to spar. Before I was about to spar Tank, he was sparring his big boy,
A heavyweight
boy, and Tank hit that nigga. He hit him so hard that he was on the top of the rope just like this. I'm like,
Gervonta Tank Davis is turning heads once again, this time by dominating heavyweight boxers during intense sparring sessions. Known for his explosive power in the lightweight and super lightweight divisions, Tank is proving that size doesn't limit his strength. Recent footage shows him landing sharp, precise combinations that keep even larger fighters on edge. His control of rhythm, slick counters, and perfectly timed responses reveal just how focused he is in training. Every movement shows refinement. He's not only building power, but also enhancing his stamina to handle bigger, stronger opponents. It's clear that Tank is preparing with purpose, sharpening every skill for his highly anticipated showdown with Jake Paul.
Look like we're playing pool with each other. Ball in between us, bro. Punch when he punch, yeah. Punch when he punch. Punch when he punch. Yep. They ain't stopped firing. We slowed down. How am I going to commit firing again? That's what we do. We reload and come back. Yeah, we ain't got to get close, Tank, because we know you're scared to get close. Get close, Tank. Keep rolling, kid. All the way down the road. Come to me, baby.
Despite the clear size difference between Gervonta Tank Davis and his sparring partners, he continues to test himself against boxers who outweigh him by a wide margin. These sessions aren't about overpowering opponents. They're about precision and adaptability. Tank is mastering distance control, tempo, and maintaining his trademark explosiveness even when pressured by larger fighters. His team explains that these sparring sessions are designed to refine his timing, movement angles, and reaction speed, all crucial for countering Jake Paul's unorthodox style. Davis fully understands that Jake's biggest advantage is his size, so by training with heavyweights, he's eliminating that intimidation factor early. It's a smart, disciplined strategy built on confidence and preparation, ensuring that when the bell rings, Tank will be ready for every challenge Jake brings.
Here's a clip of Gervonta Tank Davis releasing footage of him training and sparring with the heavyweight ahead of his showdown with YouTube sensation turned professional boxer Jake Paul that's set to take place November 14th in Atlanta, Georgia at the State Farm Arena. Tank Davis is 5'4" and he weighs in at 135. His last fight, he actually was 133 pounds. Jake Paul is 6'1" with a 76-inch arm reach, and he weighed in at 199 pounds his last fight. And fight before that, he weighed in at 224 pounds. Gervonta Tank Davis has a 67-inch arm reach. This is why this fight has to be ruled an exhibition and not a real professional boxing match, because no boxing commission will sanction it. Let me know what y'all think about this. As you see, Tank Davis is using and working on movement. Let me know. I'm gone. Peace.
Former UFC star and fight analyst Chael Sonnen has made it clear that Gervonta Tank Davis carries the weight of boxing's credibility on his shoulders in this matchup. Sonnen remarked that no matter how much attention Jake Paul has brought to the sport, it's now on Tank to remind fans what real boxing looks like. For Sonnen, this fight isn't just another event, it's a statement. Davis's mission is to prove that technical skill, timing, and years of experience still outweigh social media fame. Sonnen confidently stated that Tank intends to silence the circus surrounding Jake's career by letting his fists deliver the truth. A knockout, he says, wouldn't just be a win. It would be a powerful message to anyone who's forgotten what elite boxing truly represents.
Which is to let anybody know that's listening that it doesn't make any difference, that boxing is a real sport. My skills versus your skills, of which I have an abundance of and of which you have none of. My life's commitment and dedication versus a second or third or fourth thought in the world of priority on your list. And I used to believe those things. Now, I go back far enough in MMA that I've had my eyes open a number of times. The fact that karate was so incredibly useless, or the fact that Jeet Kune Do was so incredibly useless, like these were not things that I would have bet on when I was in high school. As a wrestler at that time, I would not have assumed that I would fare well in a fight against somebody that knew Kung Fu. We had all been falsely led through Hollywood. Not through competition, not through sport, not through understanding of the game, but just through Hollywood. We were told that those guys were the most dangerous guys. So, we then eventually get up to Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather, which had a weight discrepancy, but it was very small. I mean, I watched him weigh in, I want to say it was like 8 pounds.
As fight week approaches, new footage and reports confirm that Gervonta Tank Davis has been sparring with heavyweight fighters throughout his camp. These sessions are anything but light workouts. They're full-force simulations designed to push Tank beyond his comfort zone. His trainers explain that the goal is to make the actual fight feel easier by exposing him to greater resistance in training. Facing heavier opponents forces Davis to refine his defensive reflexes, improve his head movement, and learn to generate power more efficiently against larger frames. Each round strengthens his confidence, proving that timing and precision can overcome size and strength. It's an unconventional but highly effective approach, showing just how seriously Tank is preparing for Jake Paul as a legitimate threat in the ring. Renowned boxing trainer Teddy Atlas has weighed in, praising Gervonta Tank Davis as one of the most powerful and technically skilled fighters in boxing today. Atlas explained that while some fans believe Jake Paul's size could be an advantage, it won't matter once the fight begins. He believes Davis's experience against elite opponents gives him an edge Jake simply can't match. Tank has faced every style imaginable: counterpunchers, pressure fighters, taller opponents, and defensive specialists. In contrast, Jake's resume lacks battles with true boxing veterans. According to Atlas, those asking, "What if Jake lands one big shot?" are missing the bigger picture. Davis's ability to adapt under pressure, he says, is what separates real fighters from entertainers who step into the ring for spectacle.
Do have one guy who, yeah, he's smaller, but he's a top fighter, he can punch. And he's fighting a guy who's not a top pro fighter, who's bigger. What if he hits him on the chin? What if he hits him on the chin? It'll wind up selling. And that's what'll wind up selling it. The what if. What if Tank makes him do a cha-cha? He hits him on the chin. And Jake Paul, we're going to find out if he can dance. Whoa, 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 whoa. You know, do the cha-cha. That's what's going to sell it. And you can't argue that what if. You can't. I know I get to places that other people won't go and everything else. They just dismiss stuff because it's easier to do that. It's safer to do that. You don't have to bows and arrows coming at you from people that argue with you because you did that. But I don't care. I've had bows and arrows my whole life. I don't care. But that's true. That what if this guy who is a real good puncher, who is one of the best fighters in the world right now, what if he hits him? What if he makes a miss and he counters him? Or he jumps up in the air. Bang! And he hits him. Sid Terrace was a great fighter. No, not the 1700s, but years ago. And Cus D'Amato told me he loves Sid Terrace. He said, Teddy, he used to jump up in the air and hit you with 3 jabs. I said, whoa, man, Sid Terrace. All right, anyway, look, I can't finish without saying that it did invoke some memories and thoughts that we've been here before in a different way, where Jake Paul's brother fought Mayweather. That's not forget. And I'm not saying I like that either. I mean, first of all, Mayweather was past his prime. He was already retired. He was older, everything, but he's still the great Mayweather. And Mayweather was fighting a guy, what was it, 50-pound difference, 60-pound difference, whatever it was. And that size made a difference. It allowed Jake Paul's brother to be in there and be able to last with a smaller man, a smaller, older, greater fighter who's mostly was concentrating on defense more than just offense.
Sports analyst Max Kellerman offered a more personal perspective on Gervonta Tank Davis's motivation, suggesting that his decision to face Jake Paul is about more than just business. It's about balance. According to Kellerman, Davis took this fight partly to secure long-term financial stability and create more time for his family. After years of grueling training camps, world title defenses, and non-stop competition, Tank reportedly wanted a matchup that brings both excitement and a lucrative payday. Kellerman added that Davis has been thinking about slowing his career pace to focus on mental peace and family life. The Jake Paul bout, he explained, serves as a transitional step, a major spectacle that lets Tank reap the rewards of his hard work while proving he remains one of boxing's most dangerous fighters.